Tremonti. We are talking all things DFW real estate. We're going to talk about where the gold, silver, and bronze medal opportunities are in the market today. We'll get to that a little bit later. We are going to talk a little bit, whether we like it or not, about mortgage rates and what that means for opportunities and risks, by the way.
You know, I haven't checked the standings today for the medals, but the last time I checked them a couple of days ago, England was in.
Oh, it's weird. Something happened with the soundboard.
Team GB 4th.
Oh, I couldn't hear you over the Stars and Stripes.
Team USA 7th.
Oh, sorry. Second? Did he say second? I think it sounded like a second.
7.
Is that in golds? That was in golds a few days ago.
That was total. That was like positioning.
No, total medals. That's not right.
No, but they seed it by like
weighted,
you get more points for gold.
Golds. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. All right. Listen, I'm a proud American no matter what. Appreciate our I almost said soldiers, our athletes going over to Paris.
Thank you for your service.
Hey, I appreciate the athletic representation of our country, generally with class. Can't say that for everybody, but, you know, I'm a fan. All right, folks, listen, lots to talk about, but your questions are our favorites. What's going on in your life? What are you confused about? What do you have questions about? What's frustrating the heck out of you about the real estate market right now? 214-310-0008. You can call, you can text 214-310-0008, or you can always go online, just like my son says.
ToddTremontiTeam.com.
As always, this first segment is going to be brought to you by Patrick Gleros and his entire team at Cardinal Financial. If you are looking to get a mortgage, looking to refinance, or you just have questions about what the heck is going on, what are we thinking is going to happen the rest of the year, PatrickGleros.com is a great place to start. You can start an application directly on his website. You can give him a call, 972-728-3420, PatrickGleros.com, Glaros, PatrickGleros.com, NMLS number 308804. This is the last opportunity people have to get a copy of our Summer Fun Guide.
And if you don't have it yet, let's be clear. You should be like moderately disappointed in yourself that you've missed out on all the glory, but there is still glory to be had, folks, in the Summer Fun Guide. Go grab a digital copy, because I think the physical ones are all gone at this point. Get you a digital copy. Go to ToddTremontiTeam.com. Click that banner up top for a Summer Fun Guide. Although many people are in or getting into back to school mode, there is still some summer fun from a individual or family perspective. We are talking fall real estate market already, but there is still some warm weather, outdoor, indoor, water, find good food, have an outing, do a staycation. There's still some fun left to be had. So grab that Summer Fun Guide at ToddTremontiTeam.com right at the top banner. What else can folks do if they go to ToddTremontiTeam.com, Ian?
You can get a home valuation if they want.
Wait, I could find out what my house is worth?
60 seconds, less than 60 seconds.
Why would I not do that?
I don't know. And again, if you haven't done that already, I'm more than moderately disappointed in you.
We still love you. I just don't understand. It's one of your most significant assets. You want to keep an eye on the value of that. Go to ToddTremontiTeam.com, and under a minute, you can find out what your house would sell for. You also can find out your home buyer readiness score, your home seller readiness score. You can get a cash offer on your house if you're like, hey, tell me what you would pay me right now, cash money, for this house. You don't have to take it. You can find out what it would be. You could put your house on the market and compare it against that. You can use that as a backup option, or you can just compare notes with your neighbors. It's fun. Go to ToddTremontiTeam.com, and you can also search all houses for sale by all brokerages that are putting homes on the MLS right there at ToddTremontiTeam.com.
Quick shout out to the wifey. Happy birthday this coming week. Congratulations on making it another year.
Congratulations on putting up with Ian for one more calendar year. I won't say names because you didn't say names, but happy birthday, blank.
Audrey,
as he says. I'm a big fan of Audrey Daniels. I don't know if you guys know that, but she's fun.
She's pretty great. All right, back to school. My kids are already complaining. They've been off for the last...
to life.
Been off for like 11
reality.
weeks. Like, they've been off for like 11 weeks and they're complaining that, I can't believe it, you have to go back to school already. Ridiculous.
I felt that so deep as a kid. And then as you get older, you realize that as a kid, School's frustrating, but it's also where like lots of life and social interaction happens. And so they quietly miss it, but they don't know how to deal with it. So they just like, oh, here comes school. And then they love it.
Yeah.
Not all kids, but.
Anyway, end of the summer market. So I think we have some opportunities here. And I know on our team, we've seen more opportunities happen. We've seen more sellers going under contract and getting great prices for their homes. We've seen more buyers that are saying, I am ready. Ready. Let's go look at homes. Grady was out showing over 20 properties last weekend to a couple of different clients. Like people are optimistic. It feels like optimism has kind of taken over from pessimism.
At least, at minimum, some realism of like, okay, this is the world we're living in.
Yeah.
Home values haven't tanked, but they also haven't gone way up. So that feels like a good little plateau opportunity to get involved in.
Yep.
Rates have slipped down a bit, not like record low, but notably lower than where we have been a lot of the last year and a half.
And there's chatter and talk about what might happen the rest of the year.
Yep. There's some optimism in the air, no guarantees, but there's a belief out there by many in the financial markets that over the course of the next year, we are going to see slow and steady rate reduction. But there's also a belief that a lot of that has been sort of priced into the current rate reductions. I saw 15-year mortgage rates yesterday below 6. Most 30-year mortgage rates are in the 6s, some in the mid and low to mid 6s. And obviously, you're welcome to spend as much money as you want to artificially lower that rate. But we are seeing things open up. It's not just a mad rush, but we are seeing the wheels are being greased. People are getting out. Buyers are buying. Sellers are selling. Buyers are finding fair deals. Sellers are finding good deals. People are generally excited about things more so than they have been in a long time. And I would just tell you right now, because of that, there's huge opportunity for buyers and sellers right now. What's that, Courtney?
And now this.
Big opportunity in the marketplace right now. So what I don't want you to do is wait because you don't know what to do. What I want you to do, whether it's us at the Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team or somebody else, I want you to sit down, real life, big grown-up appointment to have a real conversation about buying, selling, or investing in real estate if you want to, if you're even remotely interested in. I can't stress this enough. Do not wait too late. Do not wait just because you don't know if you should go. Go and have the conversation. If you have a strategy session, we offer free strategy sessions. We can even do them over Zoom. They're better in person. We offer a free strategy session to find out what the right next step for you is, and ideally when the right next step for you is. If you go and have the strategy session and you find out that you should wait a year, you can sleep like a baby for the next year. By the way, Courtney, does sleep like a baby make sense? Are the babies known for sleeping exceptionally well? They sleep a lot, but do babies sleep exceptionally well?
I mean, it's a weird expression.
Sleep like the dead makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Some people say, usually older
Conked
people,
out.
I slept like the dead in there.
Yeah.
That's the right one, right? So if you have a free strategy session, you can sleep like the dead for a year because I've had the conversation. I don't have that uncertainty. I know the plan. I know what might change the plan. So have the conversation now. But if you don't have that strategy session and you decide at the last minute, which many people do, to buy or sell, you're going to run out of options. You're going to have fewer opportunities. You're going to have less flexibility. So free strategy session right now with the Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team. 214-310-0008. Call or text 214-310-0008.
Would you like the origin of the phrase?
Yeah,
Sleep like a baby?
Would love that.
Sleep like a baby. The saying sleep like a baby dates back to a time when people might not have fully understood the intricacies of infant sleep patterns. It's not about the duration of the sleep, but it's about the quality of the sleep. And babies are known for having the kind of deep, uninterrupted sleep that many adults can only dream of because their sleep cycles are shorter.
A man probably came up with that.
I don't believe that. Yeah. Warning.
Internet, makes sense.
Internet information. Warning, internet information. We are, by the way, for
I think
those.
it makes total sense because, you can't wake up like it's so hard to wake up
And they're growing so much during that time.
Yeah, they're in super deep sleep.
Super deep. Todd, come on.
At times. At other times, you're like, don't move. Do not move. The baby is asleep.
They wake
Don't
up often.
You wake this baby up and I will cut you. I mean, I'm not saying I've heard that from my wife. I'm just saying that's a thing. Anyway, I am, in fact, if you're paying attention, going to make my way through all the new drops that Courtney recorded for the soundboard today. And we're about 60% of the way through already. So back to you,
Let us
Ian.
know what you think. I'm really into.
Hey, if you have a
And
question
now
about
this.
your real estate,
And now this.
call or text 214-310-00. Seriously, if you have any questions about real estate, like I want a roofer or should I sell or remodel the kitchen, we're happy to help you with that at no charge whatsoever. Put this phone number in your cell phone and call or text when you have any real estate questions. 214-310-0008. 214-310-0008.
So I think we're heading into what's a pretty interesting few weeks here, because generally speaking, we tell folks like, hey, if you have flexibility, the going back to school couple of weeks around it is in DFW around here, generally the lesser time that you would want to put your home on the market if you have the flexibility to not do it. But what it gives people now, and I want people to really understand this, is it's really important that you can actually position your home really well in the next couple of weeks, and you can do some really creative and unique kind of coming soon things and ways to kind of prep the home. And so this is actually a great time that if you're thinking about selling your home and you have the flexibility to say, hey, I can do that the first week of September, like we should still be talking now so that we can think about and create a really cool plan for you.
Well said, sir. Well said. The only thing I might add is that doesn't mean you should not put your home on the market during the back to school window, which, by the way, depending on the year, is different. This year, I do feel like the back to school impact on the market is going to be a little less than it has been. And by the way, we have a very good track record of predicting these things. If you recall, in the post-COVID back to school environment, we weren't brilliant about this, by the way. We just pay close attention to the very small, realistic on-the-ground trends. But we talked about how back to school was going to feel like a 2-month deal, and it did. Yeah. And we've talked in the past based on weather. This year, because of the election, because of, in some ways, a milder summer thus far, I anticipate that back to school is going to probably be a week or a week and a half blip on the radar. The reason we always make such a big deal out of it is a slower activity time in our market. It is a great time to be a buyer because you have less buyers to compete with, and sellers are literally just saying to themselves, well, we missed the summer. What are we going to have to do to sell it now? Right or wrong, good or bad strategy, it's a great time to be a buyer. It is not the best time traditionally to be a seller, but we're only talking about a 1 or 2 week period. So to Ian's point, it's still a great time to meet with your agent, to sign, to get some ducks in a row, to get planned, because we typically have a really nice fall bump. But because of the activity we're seeing in our market right now, it looks like we might have a little bit less of a back to school slowdown and a little bit more of a late summer, early fall run because of interest rates, because of economic conditions, because of the busyness of life and activities, and honestly, the absolute overwhelm of most people. So regardless of when we put a sign in the yard and when you let people see in the house and make offers, if you're thinking about buying or selling in the next 12 months, we should be talking right now. 214-310-0008 to talk with the Todd Tremonti home selling team. That's 214-310-0008, and we'll get you on the phone with either Ian directly or one of our full-time, fully dedicated, expert, specialized agents. 214-310-0008.
If you've not looked into your home insurance or your auto insurance recently, give DP Lambert a call at 214-614-8595. He's with Goosehead Insurance, and he is a broker. He's an insurance broker, which means he is going to be able to shop around and look at every carrier that you can think of, and he's going to figure out, hey, what is going to give you the best coverage at the cheapest price? He's going to figure that out for you. He's saved me thousands of dollars over the year. I'm not exaggerating.
Same.
Thousands of dollars. He's done it for Todd, done it for so many of our friends, clients, family members, so many people. DP Lambert is who you need to reach out to. dp.lambert, Lambert at goosehead.com is his email. 214-614-8595 is his phone number. And all of that information, plus more, is found at toddtramoniteam.com.
Courtney, I wanted to issue a public apology to you.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought you would like this.
okay.
Look, I missed such an incredible opportunity earlier with the Sleep Like a Baby opportunity.
Well, they're new.
I'm learning.
They're
I'm
new,
trying.
and so they're hard to know when to plug in.
Listen, this is me telling
We
you.
goes
never
on
talk
long.
about babies.
This is me telling you I was wrong.
Thank you.
That's it. That's all I had to say. It needed to be said. That was such a miss.
It was a miss.
When in the world are you going to use a bubbly baby lip audio drop on a real estate radio show? In week one of having it on the soundboard, I unknowingly teed it up with Sleeps Like a Baby and just
And you forgot about it.
totally whiffed. All right, folks, you are listening to DFW Real Estate Weekly. If you missed the show, you should catch the podcast. And guess what? Even if you don't miss the show, you should catch the podcast because we have bonus episodes, right, Courtney?
Bonus.
And those are
Well
like,
said, Court.
yeah, she said bonus twice, so for emphasis.
Well, when you need to deep dive into something, it's a little shorter. It's Todd speaking directly to you to quickly unpack a topic. And you can see those. Just scroll through the podcast list and find what suits you.
It's a gold medal performance by Courtney right there. I'm gonna keep going.
I don't know
She's
what to tell people.
it's more bronze, silver this
That
year.
was bronzy.
Well, at least I meddled.
All right, let's get into it. What else? Let's get cooking. People need to know what they need to know. 214-310-0008 with your questions.
Yeah, there's an interesting article here about how Dallas is kind of leading the nation in mortgage refinancing, which was actually really surprising that more and more people are beginning to refinance. And we told people that this could happen.
Yep.
When we told people, like, hey, don't be afraid of the 7.5%, 7.75%, even 8% interest mortgage rates, because when they come down to 6 or somewhere around there, guess what? You can refinance.
Yep.
And that's what more and more people are beginning to do. In fact, over 10,000, almost 11,000 refinancing loans happened in the first quarter of this year, which was almost a 25% increase over last year.
Yeah. Now, by the way, to be very clear, those numbers are way down from when we were sub 3 interest rates. But the point is, I think the big message of that is people have somewhat come to grips with like, okay, this is where rates are going to be for a while. And I think the other commentary is on the economy. People need the money. Okay. There's a lot of home equity out there. A lot, you hear all these like fear tactic news stories about this is feeling like 2008. No, it's not. And the reason is people have a lot of equity. The value in their homes have gone way up. So their borrowed amount and their value of their house is not that close. In 2008, you had a lot of people that didn't have much equity, which is why they were losing homes. That's not the only thing that was happening. It was very complicated. But what's happening right now, and I'm not saying that's not true for people, but what is true is people have a bunch of equity. They would rather not refinance from a 4.25% to a 7.25%, but they have this equity to tap into, and that's for a lot of people a reasonable, approachable way to tap into some cash, to find the money to sustain the higher cost of all the things. So we are seeing more and more people, 10,000 or so, which is not anywhere near what it was before, but is way more than last year, 25% up, who are saying, I'm going to tap into that equity. Now, maybe they're tapping into it partially. They're borrowing a small amount. Maybe they're doing a home repair. Maybe they're funding college for kids. We don't know all that in the macro, but what we know is we are seeing more and more people do that. I'm not a huge fan of having any debt, so I'm not celebrating it. I'm just saying we're seeing that there's a reasonably large scale of people that are open to that. And we're not excited about mortgage rates at mid to high 6s, but what we're saying is it's manageable. And so if that's what's holding you back from buying the home that would be better for your family, or for refinancing and buying a second investment property or whatever the case may be, at least have that conversation. Now, I get it. If you covet somewhat your super low interest rate, but if that's holding you back from a safer, happier, more fitting life, interest rate is not God. Interest rate is not the most important thing in your life. It is important, please hear me say, I get it. It is important, but it's not the most important. It shouldn't outweigh total cost, lifestyle, safety, security, right fit, right location, right opportunity. So let's just be careful. I think Courtney and I talked about this last week or a couple weeks ago on the show, just like, why are we so obsessed with interest rate? And it's because the messaging of the last couple of decades really sort of wired us for that to be like a badge of honor. Look what I got. When in reality, it was just kind of a element of the market that we all benefited from. And you were smart to secure that in many ways, but it has caused us to be foolish and undervalue other things that are really important. If you just want to have that conversation and go, how do I determine what's more important? How do I determine if this is a really dumb move or not? Call us. We'll set up a time. We'll buy you a cup of coffee, Topo Chico, Coke, water, whatever you're into, and just have a quick chat. 30 to 90 minutes of one of our experts' time is yours at no cost, no commitment required, to see if we can add some value in your life. Obviously, we'd love to earn your business if you're a fit, but we are open to offering some value either way. 214-310-0008. 214-310-0008. You should have that saved in your phone, call, or text. 214-310-0008.
When you say Coke, do you mean Coca-Cola or do you mean like soda?
Courtney, can you back me up on this? I'm from the great state of Texas. So when I say
it's not
Coke,
a criticism.
No.
It's curiosity.
We feel attacked.
When I say Coke, it means the entire category of carbonated sugary beverages. It does not mean one thing. And Courtney, what does it definitely not mean? Come on, fingers crossed.
Coca-Cola.
It doesn't mean Pepsi. It never means Pepsi.
Never means
never.
Pepsi.
Sorry, Pepsi
poor
Cola,
company.
located right here in DFW.
See, where I grew up, everything was known as pop.
Right.
Pop.
And that's less common, but the Midwest and kind of the northern Midwest here.
Yeah, that was where I was in England. It was. My grandparents always call it pop.
I also understand there are other parts of the country that would say Pepsi the way we say Coke. That's just wrong. We still love you.
No one
we can
says
be
that.
friends. We just can't share a Pepsi together because I don't ever want to do that.
We have a friend and client in the real estate coaching business that swears that she will not drink Coca-Cola and will only drink Pepsi.
I have a child.
And we had a whole thing.
I have an actual human child, family member, son of mine, not to name names.
Who loves Pepsi?
Where have I gone wrong? You know? This is how God humbles us.
Well, do you want the gold, the silver, or the bronze answer, Todd?
What? I don't know. I just... I'll take the blame, but I don't know how we got here. Okay, folks, if you have real estate questions, call or text 214-310-0008. We'll be right back after news, traffic, and weather. Welcome back, party people. Welcome back. We are talking about the fall real estate market. But wait, Todd, it's still summer. I know, but not in the real estate market. We're getting into it. We need to hear your questions. What do you need to know? Where's the confusion? What are you frustrated about? What opportunities are you looking for? 214-310-0008. That's 214-310-0008. Or shoot over to toddtramonteteam.com and find out your home buyer readiness score, your home seller readiness score, or go ahead and find out what your home would sell for, or get a cash offer, or search every house by every agent on the MLS and all of DFW. But... it's Olympics time, folks. It's Olympics time, and we have for you, as we make our way through the rest of the show, the Olympics of DFW real estate. Where's the gold medal area for buying a home with a big lot on some land? Where is the gold medal area for quickly selling a home? Where's the bronze medal area for getting into a good property right now? We're going to make our way through some of that, but never, ever, ever a higher priority is there than answering your questions about your real estate needs, whether you're buying, selling, or simply enjoying where you are. Call or text 214-310-0008. Call or text 214-310-0008. Or
ToddTremonteTeam.com.
Or if you forget all of that, just Google my name, spell it as best you can, Todd Tremonte, and we are looking forward to helping you get a plan together early so you don't get hurt in the market later.
I would like to give a gold medal in the mortgage lender category to Patrick Leros. Thank you. Patrick Glaros, congratulations. You win the gold, the silver, and the bronze. Just a clean sweep.
So well put.
Everything. And you know why it's a clean sweep? Because you've got mortgages, refinancing, you've got getting second
You know what else
properties.
they have that's a shocker?
What's that?
Honesty.
Yeah.
Good information. The willingness to tell people, maybe that's not the best time.
Doesn't make sense.
Hey, every once in a while, you know what? Hey, I think there's someone else that could help you better than us. It's an absolute hardcore team of incredibly honest, very, very smart, incredible mortgage genii, which I believe is the plural for genius. Ian will check me on that because he loves it when I'm wrong. But Patrick Glaros and his team are the only team I have ever used in 20 years of real estate for my wife and my personal mortgage lending. I've referred him to hundreds of friends, thousands of clients. You should check him out too at patrickglaros.com. And before we wrap that up, Ian, I want to give you a chance to drop the NMLS number, and then let's talk about how your performance looked on this live read.
NMLS number 308804.
So good again, Courtney. Watch and learn. I thought it was creative. I thought he came from a unique angle. He used the Olympic theme. I don't know if you noticed, but I got to drop this one in there, which I'm a real big fan of.
I feel like you're buttering me up a little bit because the plural form of the noun genius is geniuses.
It's also genia.
Nope.
It is.
Not according to Preply.com.
Oh, yeah, because that's the authority on grammar and the language. Preply. Get out of here with your random websites. Genii is on the table. All right, folks, if you have questions, 214-310-0008. But before that, we've got some awesome details to get into, and they are this. Listen, if you're looking for a place or if you want to sell a home, and you are like me and you love a home on some land, you like a big backyard, you like a little room to play, you like a little room to not constantly be stared at by your neighbors, or you don't want to see them as much. It's not only about that, but that's a nice perk. The gold medal area right now, this is just personal opinion as of this moment, and it does change as cool things happen in the marketplace. But right now, let's see if Courtney could guess. My gold medal area to live on a home with, let's just say, a half acre or more out back or around the house. Where do you think my gold medal area is?
You're pretty obsessed with Benbrook.
Ooh. Benbrook is actually on the medal. What do you call it? The podium. It's on the podium. It's not my gold medal. It's my bronze.
Okay.
And I do like it a lot.
Is it too on the nose to say the city you live in?
Yeah, that's actually not my gold medal.
Okay.
I do love where I live, but my gold medal.
You like Parker, too.
You want to work your way up? Parker's my gold. Parker's the gold medal winner right now. And I'll tell you why. There's some bias in my answer right now. We have a longtime past client who just executed on a contract and got out of the option period on a property that's on a little more than 2 acres that needs a little bit of work, that I am so excited for these clients because I know what it's going to do for them and their life and their children. And it's such an awesome part, even inside of Parker. I literally, for the last week and a half, have just been excited for them. It's so cool to see someone who came out of an apartment, bought a home with us, did a lot of work on that house, really enjoyed that process, loved where they lived, had some parks and recreation stuff near them, but always sort of dreamed of doing that all together at home. Having the house, having the big yard, not having to leave and go to the park and the trails, but being able to do all that at home and be creative. He's super handy, build some stuff on the lot. And David on our team has helped them. We'll try to get him on the show here in a little bit. David has helped them make this happen. And they're just lighting up. They're so excited about what life looks like with all the opportunity that comes with a home on land that I'm fired up. I love Parker anyway, and there's some cool new stuff happening in Parker, but I'm really just so fired up for them. There's a little bias in there. So Parker was my gold.
It makes me feel good as your friend that I got that.
Yeah.
You know when you get people's answers right.
Benbrook is my bronze. You want to guess, Ian, at what my silver
I was going
might
to say,
be?
do you want me to go try to find David?
Sure. Let's see if he's anywhere near the studio while I share.
Okay,
my
wait,
silver.
let me guess.
Okay, go ahead.
Your silver for homes on land.
Quick, lady, this is radio.
I don't know. I'm going to go Forney.
No. Forney's great.
Oh, we don't really.
No, we love Forney.
okay.
But Forney's a little further out. I like Forney. And for the people that are like, no, I want to be a little further out and I want to have some room, it's great.
That's true.
Some of my favorites,
Or
most of my
closer to
favorites
DFW.
are right on the edge.
Yeah.
Right? So Parker used
Same.
to feel like way out on the edge, and now it's like right there.
Yeah.
Benbrook, same way. Used to be like the edge of the Fort Worth side of the world, and now Weatherford and beyond. Right? So Silver's tough for me, but I'm going to say Wiley. Wiley's got everything.
Okay.
It's not in-town dense. It was on the edge, but Wiley's downtown area is just so cool. It's wildly underrated. It's kind of that traditional, strandy downtown, old school, but some cool new stuff.
Shout out to the optometrists over there.
If you're into that sort of thing, I really do enjoy Wiley. There's a lot going on there. They do like city events and festivals really well. You can get big land, you can get little land, you can get townhome, condo, zero lot, and of course neighborhood homes. So I'm a big fan of Wiley. But again, that was my gold, silver, and bronze for if you're looking for a larger lot, a big backyard, a home on land, and in a little while we'll do gold, silver, and bronze on neighborhoods because we certainly love neighborhoods too. Don't you ever forget it. Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team. Call or text 214-310-0008.
An incident with a title company a couple weeks ago.
Can you pause? Just hear his tone, Courtney.
Yep.
It's not great.
It's not
I
good
don't
at
think
all.
good news is coming.
He's like, I had an incident. Go back to you.
There was a mix-up on who was getting paid what, and the mistake was definitely not our mistake.
No, it was the title company's mistake. And they sent the wrong checks to the wrong people in the wrong amounts. But who looks stupid?
We do.
All the agents involved, all the clients.
We always do.
It's not great.
And we're not big blame casters, by the way. You will not hear our team be like, they screwed up. One of our core values is run into the fire. If there's a problem, just go put the fire out. We'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. But when it comes to title companies, it is often the title company's fault. But
this time, I want to tell you about Republic Title because that is not the company that screwed up, because Republic Title don't do that. They are one of the leaders in the industry. They take care of clients. They double check, triple check everything.
It's like they're good at their jobs.
It's like they take it seriously.
They're nice people and care about
You know how we
people.
talk about, being a professional? It's like they're professionals at what they do.
Isn't it fun when people are professionals?
RepublicTitle.com is where you can go and find out all the services that they offer. RepublicTitle.com.
Now, I want you to get your heads right, people. I want you to get your hearts right. We have a special guest, a gold medal team member
Found him.
on our team. He can't hear right now because he doesn't have a headset, but the national anthem is playing. It's a top of the podium agent experience. Ladies and gentlemen, David Goss. Welcome to the show, David.
Howdy. How's everybody doing?
We're not going to name client names, so look me in the eye. We are not naming client names.
You got it.
But I just gave my gold medal for areas of town right now that I'm excited for people to buy homes on land because a friend of ours that you just helped just got a gold medal property in Parker that I'm so stinking excited about. So you feel free to comment on that. But the question to you is this. What is it like out there right now? We're telling people that there's a little bit of energy in the air right now. Like
There is.
Buyers are kind of buying and sellers are kind of selling.
They are.
What's going on out there?
Lately, it feels like there's been lots of opportunity.
Yep.
Lots of houses for sale. Inventory's growing. I feel like buyers have a great shot now to get in there and get some houses.
At a fair deal or better.
Fair deal
We're
or
not
better.
giving them away right now, but
No,
they're
no, no.
getting deals. You're getting fair deals or better.
No. We just, on the one you're talking about, we got, what, 40,000 off the asking price?
Stop. Let's not act like that's not a big deal.
We went
Four
some-
stacks of 10,000 each.
Right.
$40,000 off.
We were talking in the first half of the show, David, about how it feels as though interest rates come down a wee bit, and that has given some optimism as opposed to pessimism for buyers. Accurate?
It has, yes, absolutely. In the last week, I've had 2 past clients reach out to me and say, hey, we're thinking about changing houses.
You ever see
Great.
those videos on the internet where I think they're like minks or polecats or something, like they just slowly poke their head out of the hole?
That's it.
There's a lot of buyers that have
They are meerkats.
Meerkats, that's right. Meerkat Manor was the name of that silly show.
Meerkats.
No, but it really, that's kind of a decent visual that lots of buyers have been right or wrong. I believe lots of them wrong. And I'm not upset with you. I just think it's been not a great choice. Have just been sitting on the sideline waiting, watching prices creep up slowly, not as fast as they were, sort of waiting for either prices to come down or rates to come down or something to improve. And not a ton has changed, but we have seen rates come down enough that people are kind of popping out of those little holes, looking around a little bit like, hey, David, is it safe to come out?
It is.
And David is saying, hey, I'm not telling you it's free houses. I'm telling you, I think you're going to be a lot happier if you buy one now than if you wait till next year.
Absolutely.
And so you're seeing people get $40,000. Not everybody, but you're seeing the possibility of some big discounts and some really solid properties out there with more homes on the market, right?
Yep. I have one closing Friday. It was $315, the price, $315,000. He got it for $302. We negotiated down and
real question.
He's thrilled.
Real question for folks. What would you do if you were walking to your car out of the grocery store this week and you found $13,000 on the ground? You called the cops because you're an ethical, honest person, and they were like, hey, you found it. No one's claiming it. That's your money. Would you ever forget that day for the rest of your life, David Goss, if you found $13,000?
That'd be incredible.
Meanwhile, you, David Goss, regularly, David's really humble, so we have to tell him the truth about himself. You regularly help people find, get, earn $13,000, $40,000 that they wouldn't have done without you.
I try every deal. Absolutely.
How does it feel to be a superhero? What's it like?
Well, yeah, it's part of my job.
Do you put your shoes on 1 foot at a time like the rest of us?
I do.
You know what? Saving the world is part of the superhero's job, David. There's still superheroes.
Listen, believe, folks, believe. Our Olympian, David can't hear that either. Gold medal agent David Goss. What else does the world need to know about what's happening out there right now? Because right now, sellers for a while, let's just say 2020, 2021, early 22, you could say to a seller, we would like to make an offer on your house. Would you? And then if you ask them to do anything, they would sort of respond how?
No way. I'm not doing anything.
No way. Go away. Shut your mouth. Shine my shoes.
Right.
Clean the pool on the way out.
Next.
What's happening now? How are sellers responding to, and I'm not going to say every offer, but if you put together a quality, reasonable offer, how are sellers responding?
They're totally open to fixing things and giving you money, and it's a brand new world out there.
Yeah, they're not handing out cash, but they're like, no, that makes sense. We would be willing to consider that. That does need to be repaired. Okay, we'd be open to that type of basically. And by the way, correct me if I'm wrong. People are being reasonable.
They are.
I've got to give a little. You got to give a little bit. Let's meet somewhere that's appropriate. Not necessarily in the middle, but if you'll pay that, I'll fix that. If you can close on this date, I'd be willing to leave the patio furniture.
Exactly what's going on.
Okay, so we're just trying to give people a realistic vibe of what's happening on the ground, and you're out there on the ground talking to hundreds of buyers every year, helping dozens and dozens of buyers every year, 3, 4, 5 times the average of what agents do in the state of Texas. Here's a question I don't know how you're going to answer. I hope I know, but I could be wrong. Do you feel like the market right now is a little bit more fun than it was a year ago?
Oh, absolutely more fun. Yes.
So if a buyer right now is thinking like, I'm just going to wait, now might be what they have been waiting for.
Yeah, no. Don't wait. It's time.
Well, let me ask you then. Why would you not wait as a buyer?
House prices may go up again. They will go up again, and interest rates may go up again. We just don't know.
And they have been going up.
They have been going up.
There are some areas where it was a little flat, and that's the opportunity right now. Now, this sounds like we're being really, really positive to buyers. Do you feel like sellers are still getting good, fair deals for their houses?
Oh, absolutely. Sellers are doing just fine.
And generally, they're selling for the highest price that home has ever sold for.
Right.
Just maybe not 18% more than last year.
Right.
Maybe 2, 3, 4, 5% more than last year. And by the way, some are still getting 18% more. But those are the best houses in the best condition.
Yep.
Priced and marketed really, really well. Generally,
I was
by
going
an
to say,
agent
here's
on
the problem.
Todd Tremonti home selling team.
It's not everybody, because I know I've seen plenty of homes that are just sitting on the market because guess what? They're overpriced. Guess what? They don't have a marketing plan. Guess what? They don't have agents that are leading them. Guess what? They've got clients that are trying to be the ones that's in control. Guess what? That doesn't work.
Let me just say this really quickly, because David Goss will not say it about David Goss, but I will say it about David Goss. You're not going to find agents that care for you and are willing to go to war for you more than you are at the Todd Tremonti home selling team. I am Todd Tremonti. Clearly, I'm a bit biased, but we have scoured the earth to hire a very small amount of people. We talk to a lot of people. We hire very few to find people, right or wrong, that are going to err on the side of giving their lives away for you in an act of business, ministry, care, concern. David is the epitome of this. He is going to go to war for you to find you a good deal, to make sure you don't overspend, to make sure that you're in a home that is the best fit for you and your family and your finances. Let's make David feel awkward. Am I lying, David?
I'm happy to do that every day for people.
David comes out of life of ministry and service and really loves real estate because he gets to keep doing those things.
I love it.
David, last question before I get you out of here.
Sir.
What is the plural of genius?
I always had trouble with that S ending because my last name is Goss. So how do you write Gosses? Or is it Goss with apostrophe?
Not looking good for me, Courtney.
Geniuses.
It is geniuses. Todd, I have an update for you. You didn't like the answer from Preply.com. Can I interest you in the Oxford Dictionary definition? Person of consummate intellectual power, plural geniuses. Hold on. Genii only for spirit of place. Ooh. Don't know what that means.
I don't
But
either.
the plural is geniuses.
Genii was in there, though. I didn't make it up. I misused it, maybe.
Only for spirit of place.
Could we get a definition of spirit of place?
Well, I'd have to pay for access to get the rest of the info.
Maybe just try dictionary.com. I don't know. I got it somewhere. I was maybe
I'm
playing a little fast and
I
loose.
love you. I appreciate you. I've known you a long time. I'm just trying to keep you on the straight and
Listen,
narrow when it comes to your vernacular.
As iron
ability.
sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another, and Ian more often than most. That's not part of scripture, but it's also true. All right,
It's part
folks.
of being an Enneagram 8. It's how I was wired.
Challenger. If you have a question, folks, 214-310-0008. Maybe David Goss will answer it for you. 214-310-0008. David, keep that microphone.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about the pickleball court in my backyard? Because I want to tell people about goodgaragefloors.com, and it's my pickleball court. So what do you think about it?
I love it. Great idea.
You saw it before goodgaragefloors.com
Absolutely.
came out.
And it's not just pickleball, it's basketball. It's fantastic space.
Yep.
Yeah.
Before they came out, it wasn't bad, but it certainly didn't look great. It was
Looks
like a
great.
cool, fun place for the kids. It was a big
Yeah.
rectangular chunk of concrete with some cracks in it, and they sealed the cracks. They made it beautiful. They stained multiple colors and lines and boundaries. My wife and her friends were out there last night playing pickleball. I can't say that my daughter and I didn't look and giggle at the quality of play, but we love that we have that now.
So
also, have you seen the garage floor that they did?
I didn't see your garage.
You didn't come
floor.
out there?
No, I need to look at it.
Sorry, bad read. Bad
No,
read.
not the other day. No.
Anyway, they did an incredible multicolor sealed, keep the gross, oil drip and all that kind of stuff off the floor. Goodgaragefloors.com, folks. Go to the website, goodgaragefloors.com. Reach out, call them, text them, fill out a form, tell them we sent you for all your garage floors, obviously, but also pool decks, concrete surfaces, staining, sealing, leveling, crack filling, all that good stuff. Goodgaragefloors.com. We got a couple more things.
Yeah, I've got to get to this really, really quickly. Courtney, how are you feeling on knowing everything there is to do about real estate?
Pretty hot.
All right, here we go.
Should ask
Question
David
for
how
Courtney.
he feels about Courtney knowing everything about real estate. Here we go.
Courtney, Courtney claims she knows everything about real estate, so I'm now giving her
I've learned it
questions
all.
from the practice exam.
Courtney's theme song.
So here you go, question 2 of 9 from this week's practice exam. For the past 30 years, Courtney, the Stone family has operated a neighborhood grocery store. Last week, the city council passed a zoning ordinance that prohibits packaged food sales in the area where the Stone's grocery store is located. Oh no, the store is now an example of A/N, variance of the zoning laws, non-conforming use, violation of eminent domain, or illegal enterprise.
It is in violation of zoning enforcement.
The variance of the zoning laws?
Yes.
Let's check answer. Ooh, not correct. The answer was non-conforming use.
Non-conforming use.
No-
But listen,
yeah.
Courtney.
Keep working at it, Court. You don't
Not-
quite know everything.
Well, I
No.
wanted to look at the. I wanted to look at the list,
Listen.
but I was afraid I was going to see the answer.
Listen,
Nope, you wouldn't have.
Hold
You can
on.
ask.
Hold on. I played your...
Non-conforming.
I played
That's what
your-
I meant to say.
I played your heart music. I did not play sad trombone because that question is absurd.
variance and
First of all, it's commercial real estate oriented. We don't do commercial
we don't
real estate.
do commercial.
Second of all, it was fairly obvious that the answer was non-conforming
It's
use.
obvious.
Third of all, it's somewhat un-American when zoning changes after a business has been
That
established.
feels unfair.
It does happen though.
Well,
Now let me
bump
be
that.
Let me be clear.
Do you get grandfathered in?
That is a possibility, but not always a guarantee. So let me just say this, because this is a fair point. It's not a fair question to Courtney. That's how Ian rolls. He loves nothing more than when we're wrong publicly. Maybe we're going to start the Stump Ian category and we'll find random Swahili references
Yes.
and murder his credibility. Anyway, the point I wanted to make is this. I am Todd Tremonti. We are the Todd Tremonti home selling team, and we don't do commercial real estate. And the reason I say that is it is important to know what you do and do it really well and know what you don't do. If you do have commercial real estate needs, you can still call us or text us at 214-310-0008. And the way we can serve you is to introduce you to great, trusted commercial agents, whether you're looking for retail or second generation restaurant space, which we know a great guy for, or big office, which we know a great guy and a great gal for. Are we allowed to say guy and gal again?
Yeah.
No.
Remember when we got a really angry caller about 6 years ago? You said gal, as if that was like a derogatory term. Is it? Has it ever been?
To that person, it was.
Can you say boy or girl? Can you say man or woman? I don't know what you can say anymore. I'm just going to say it because I know my intent is
Humans.
To say, we know
We can say humans,
We know
right?
really great people. Oh, probably something wrong with that. We know awesome people in commercial. We know industrial. I don't know everything, people everywhere, but if we know someone, we'll be glad to help. So just save this phone number in your cell phone. 214-310-0008. 214-310-0008. When you have a real estate question, just go, you know what? I'm just going to call or text Todd Tremonti or his team. You might get to talk to the Yanni Donnie, the English wonder. Shoot, you may end up talking to full price Courtney. You have a real good chance of getting on the horn.
Hope
with
you do.
David Goss. David Goss. All of us are licensed except for Courtney.
But
All right.
she knows things.
But she knows real
She knows
estate.
some stuffs. Not zoning, but that's not important.
I'm here for your emotional
If you're thinking about
needs.
buying, selling, or investing in real estate, give us a call or go to ToddTremontiTeam.com. What you don't want to do is wait till the last minute. That is not going to go well for you. Let's start that conversation now. You cannot start the buying, selling, or investing conversation too early. If you wait too late, it's going to hurt. 214-310-0008 or online, like my son says,
ToddTremontiTeam.com.